Have you ever discovered a secret that could shatter your entire world? I did, and my world was my marriage to Clara, a woman I thought I knew inside and out. We'd been together for 7 years, built a life, a home, and what I believed was a foundation of unbreakable trust. That foundation crumbled the day I came home early from a business trip, planning to surprise her. The surprise was all mine. Her car was in the driveway, but so was another one I didn't recognize. My heart started pounding a nervous rhythm against my ribs. I quietly let myself in, calling her name. Silence. Then I heard a muffled laugh from our bedroom. It wasn't just her laugh. There was a man's voice, too. Every step I took down that hallway felt like a mile. When I pushed the door open, the scene that greeted me confirmed my worst fears. There was Clara, with a man I recognized as one of her colleagues, Mark. The shock was so immense, I couldn't even speak. I just stood there, a ghost in my own home. They scrambled, pulling on clothes, their faces a mixture of panic and shame. Clara started pleading, the usual excuses tumbling out. It was a mistake. It meant nothing. She was just lonely. I walked out without a word, got in my car, and just drove. I needed to think, to breathe air that wasn't poisoned by her betrayal. When I finally returned hours later, the other car was gone. Clara was sitting on the couch, her face tear-stained. She thought her tears would be enough. She begged me to keep this quiet. Her main concern wasn't our shattered marriage, but what her parents would think. They were wealthy, traditional, and had always adored me. They had helped us financially, setting us up in our beautiful house. Clara's argument was simple. If I stayed silent, we could pretend this never happened. We could work through it. She was betting on my silence to save her reputation and their financial support. I looked at her and I didn't see the woman I married. I saw a stranger who was more concerned with appearances than with the heart she had just broken. She believed my love for her, or perhaps my dependency on the comfortable life we had, would be enough to buy my silence. She was wrong. The next day I packed a bag. But before I left, I made a phone call. I called her parents. I didn't do it for revenge. I did it for the truth. I calmly explained that their daughter and I were separating, and I told them exactly why. There was a long, stunned silence on the other end of the line. They were devastated, not just for me, but by their daughter's deception. Clara had built her life on a carefully constructed image, and I was no longer willing to be a part of that lie. Choosing the truth was the hardest thing I've ever done. It meant walking away from my home, my marriage, and the future I thought I had. But it also meant choosing myself. It meant refusing to live in the shadow of a lie. In the end, silence would have been a prison for me, and freedom, however painful, was the only path forward. My life is different now, quieter, but it's honest. That's a foundation no one can ever take from me again. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you're not alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real stories.